I East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me, what's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They are controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them, matter of fact. We just abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with the Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got that. Fuck 'em, I just look. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang.
All right, hit that like button when you come on in. Smash that like button, fam. About to get started. Oh.
West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look to find your way, man. Yeah, take a look around you, look to find your way, man. Yeah, I talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you?
2 minutes. 2 minutos.
Find your way, babe. Find your way. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga. I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your outfit. It's topical. Now the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off. No knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. If you don't know, you behind now. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said, take a look around you, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Swolenormous.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Yep,
The
straight nailed it.
bacon is
Straight
sizzling.
nailed it. I got it.
To the Daily
Oh, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 testicles, testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 16 hundo NDAC8 of the Daily Mother, a Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Nailed it. Nailed it. What's going on, Beaches? How are we doing today? Let's get some gorillas to get started. As per the usual, gotta get some gorillas going. So how are we doing, fam? Welcome to the evening cast, the Swolecast, the Saturday evening cast. We got some great stuff coming up this week. We got our accountability meeting Monday at 12 noon Eastern time. Get a little round of applause. Make sure you mark your calendar. A bunch of you are brand new to the Swole fam. We've been growing our ranks, and a lot of people are tired of the bullshit because it is fuck your resolution season. So this is the time of year. If you don't know, now you know, biatch, that this is the time of year in which the Swole fam doubles, triples, quadruples down, and we go Hambone Jones. We turn it up and we crush as we normally do every single day. So hashtag fuck average. But without further ado, I think we shall release the beesh. We got a good nut today to bust. So if you want to release that beesh, you got to drop some unicorns. I got Sarah dropping unicorns. I got Holly. So fam, thank you so much for being here. I do want to give a shout out to everyone that's leaving reviews. Remember, if you do not subscribe to just here, you subscribe on Apple Podcast, make sure you leave all Papa Swolio and the Swole fam a review. You're giving all of us a review. So if you enjoy the podcast and you listen on your iPhone on Apple Podcast, make sure you head on over there and leave a review ASA to the P. I would love to give you a shout out here on the Mancast, and it does take a day or so to submit to approve the reviews. So make sure if you enjoy the Mancast, make sure going over there to Apple Podcast and leaving a review. But of course, you can subscribe to the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts on. And that being said, there's a brand new Swolenormous audio experience on the other podcast. So I got 3 podcasts, actually. The third one, the Swolenormous Pro and the Swolenormous Procast, will be going live soon for audio. But remember, if you want the full episodes, you got to be a member inside Swolenormous X. So the brand new episode, full length, is inside Swolenormous X for the Swole fam. So make sure you're watching it there. But you will have audio accompaniment to catch your podcast, to catch your Procast, to catch your impact and all those cool things over there. But you got a couple podcast extra to subscribe to. So brand new audio experience today. If you're looking to fill your cup and it is the weekend, you got to make sure that you are going over there and checking it out. So brand new audio experience on the Swolenormous Audio Experience podcast. Okay, we got a lot of people calling for the busting of the nut. Let's release this beesh. Hats off, cover your nips, and let's break this beesh out. Put some respect on it now. Yeah, beesh? All right, looking nice. Leo, I guess it is Saturday, Leo. I guess it is Saturday. You can drink. You can drink. You see, there are times when it's socially acceptable to drink, Leo. You fucking raging alcoholic. You crazy bastard. You fucking crazy bastard. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. All right, Leo. He's always drinking. He's always drinking. I don't know why he drinks so much. You have so much to live for. You have so much to live for, Leo. Why? Why all the booze? Why all the booze? Why would you do that to yourself?
What are you looking at, butthead?
All right, fam. Let's get some, let's see what you got going on today. What'd you smash today? What'd you smash in the comments? Remember, if you want to win today's Swole card, you got fuck average. I'm always a little bit off here. There we go. A little fuck average with that sexy Tessie in the corner. We'll be giving away that Swole card at the end of today's episode if you're brand new to the podcast. We give away the Swole card to one of you lucky beaches that drops the hashtag as appropriate in the comments below. So today it's hashtag fuck average again. Hashtag fuck average. If you're fancy, fuck average. A fuck average. So make sure you go and drop that. Let's see here. I will be hammered in about an hour. Not a wise move.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Oh, come on, Sharaj. Don't trash your body. It's just a Saturday night. It's just another day to fucking crush it. Don't be a jabbernet. Don't be a jabbernet. Oh, very nice, Ernie. Very nice. When you get your Swolenormous apparel in, make sure that you are posting a picture. I want to see that fitness falcon. I want to see that fitness falcon. Is it cold? I guess it's cold. It's been hot as fuck. I was just on the porch getting some sun on my tits. It's such a weird thing. Florida is such a weird place. Such a weird place because it never actually feels cold. I guess it does. It gets cold and it gets cold down here like in March for a week. And it'll be cold or the end or February and it'll get cold it'll be like 50 degrees or 40 degrees for a couple days and then that'll be it. But it's starting to get a little bit less humid, which is nice. So anyway, hashtag fuck average. Drop that in the comments down below. Look at that sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach. You're looking good. You're looking good, Tessie. All right, let's get into the tip, shall we? Let's do this. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get started with today's first post. And no, it is not a shit post. It's a delicious post. All right, we got one from Ida. So let's jump on into the Swole fam here. And remember, if you want to join the Swole fam, you want to learn more about the Fuck Your Resolution specials, go head on over to swolenormousx.com. If you're not part of the fam, why the fuck aren't you? Don't be a jabbernet. Ida says, okay, so last time I really overdid the drinking at a student event. I'm not hungover or anything, but holy hell, the difference in my body. I'm bloated everywhere. My muscles hurt and my cheeks are so puffy, it's insane. My stomach is so bloated, I barely fit into my t-shirt this morning. I'm definitely not doing that again ever. I'm probably not going to cut out alcohol completely because I am a fan of a cocktail or a glass of whiskey and wine once in a while, but the binge drinking is definitely over for me. Respect. Respect. Drinking alcohol and drinking to excess, that's something that you do when you're fucking 18 years old and you don't know your limit. If you're drinking to excess when you're older, when you're grown-ass man or woman, I mean, are you just trying to hurt yourself? Are you just trying to fuck your world up? No one wants to feel that, but you start to realize it, actually when you begin to eat better. And I think this goes along with just getting older, but also it's, learning more about your body. But once you're eating healthier too, once your body is more neutral in the sense that your slate is clean more often than not, the alcohol hurts you a lot more. I mean, I have a whiskey shelf over here. I got some scotch and everything, but I rarely tap into that. When I do, I don't need much anymore. I don't need much just to kind of go with a cigar, kind of lightly once in a while, but I really don't dabble too much and certainly not to excess. It's not just really a very rare occasion when you kind of go in a little bit on some alcohol. It's not necessarily, I don't know. It doesn't do the same thing for me like it used to. It's not interesting. I guess when you're taking care of your health and you're focused in the right direction, you're focused on the right shit, you just don't need that kind of escape. I think a lot of people really lean on alcohol as one of those escape mechanisms, just like people hang out with crappy friends, just like people lean on garbage food, just like people just watch Netflix all the time. It's an escape. It's an escape. And if you have that escape and if you have that in your repertoire, you're going to go and default to that. But if you have bigger things to live for and you have things you're trying to accomplish and it's a distraction. It's a distraction and it slows you down. So it's really not something that, it's not something that really falls on my radar too often. But I mean, to each their own, but drinking to excess is just, it's so different. And I've noticed that dramatically since I've really focused on, and I think that's also a matter and a component of, for me personally, it's a component of focusing much more on fat for my nutrition. Fat on my nutrition. I really just have a lot of fat in my diet. So because alcohol is very high impact on your blood sugar, it's like consuming pure sugar, essentially. It's going to have a very similar effect on your body. And if you're eating healthy and you're generally having lower carbohydrates, when you drink, you're going to get a lot more of those spikes. You're going to get a lot more of those side effects, similar to eating junk food than you used to. So it's a little bit more impact from my experience than it used to be. But thank you so much for the post, Ida. I appreciate it. And it's good. That's good for a Saturday night. It's a good start for a Saturday night. A lot of people are going to be having some drinks or doing something, but it doesn't mean it has to be disgusting. Doesn't mean you have to trash yourself and just be a nasty beesh. Doesn't mean you have to be a nasty beesh. I like that. I like that, Nathan. Training done. Time for bone broth. I need to make some more bone broth. I need to get some more bone broth in my face. I haven't made bone broth in a while. I need to.
Lieutenant Dan.
I really need to get back into that a little bit more. But I have a full fridge of bones ready to fucking tap into. Ready to tap into that shit. Let's take a question. This is a very, very kind of like, it's a poorly worded question, but it's from Instagram. But this is a good topic in general because a lot of times we get distracted from our own personal goals. So this is going to help you stay focused. This is from B Wolflike. How do I stop comparison? Period. How do stop comparison? It's destroyed my focus because I try to measure up. What can I do? And remember, if you want your question featured here on the show, drop a question on any of my videos in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio to be featured. How do I stop comparison? How do I stop comparing myself to others? And you guys can drop that in the comments below. I'd like to share some of your comments. So one of the biggest things the biggest downsides to social media is the fact that you're constantly looking at what other people are doing and you're constantly exposed to that. Now, of course, you don't have to look at it that way. You can use social media, you can post something, you can comment, but if you're constantly consuming, you're constantly scrolling, constantly watching, looking, you're seeing a very, 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 very small fraction of what is out there in the world, because you can only see so much on your phone. And when you're scrolling on Instagram, for example, Instagram's pretty much, and TikTok, the ultimate scroll apps. So when you're scrolling through, let's say you scroll through 1,000 posts or 100. It's going to take you a long time to go through 100 posts. Let's say you go through 100 posts of people that seemingly have more results than you, that have the physique that you want, that have the results that you want, that have the car that you want, whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life. You know, getting material things is not really a good goal, but you're scrolling through things, you're scrolling through people that have something that you want, that look like they're having a great time, that they're traveling or they're lean and they're on the beach, blah, blah, blah. You're only seeing 100 people. That might take you 3 hours. And it seems, because it's on your phone, it seems like the whole world is doing something. The whole world is having all this fun. The whole world is getting results, but you. That's 100 people. That might be 100 posts. And those posts are going to be photoshopped. Those posts are going to have filters. Those posts are going to be taken in a gym mirror after a pump. And you know those gym, you guys know those gym mirrors are like funhouse mirrors. Everyone's got a mirror in their house. You know, when you go into your bathroom and you take a shower and you take a hot shower, of course you're going to look lean. Of course your veins and everything's going to come to the surface because your body's trying to cool itself off. You're going to see definition. You're going to look more cut and shredded in the morning. So you take a picture and you're like, man, I look good. Or you take a photo with good lighting. So all you're doing is you're seeing everyone's photoshopped or ideal lighting. That's really what you're doing, because the average person, and this just makes sense. If you take a picture and you're going to post it online and it's a good picture, you're like, sweet, I'm posting this. This is a great shot. Oh man, look at my physique. I look great. That's in your little bubble. That just seems like, for you, it makes sense. You're not gonna be like, oh, this is the shittiest picture I've ever taken. Let me post that. So on an individual level, you take a picture and you post it. Well, everyone's doing that. So if you scroll through 100 pictures, you're seeing 100 of people's best shots. And this might be the best shot they took all week. This might be the best picture they've ever taken in their life. And you're just seeing the best of the best of the best, so to speak. So there's never any shortage of comparison, but that's just a never-ending pit of despair, because you're never gonna, it takes a rare person to look at that many people crushing it and think, wow, I'm so inspired. That's just, it makes you feel shitty. It makes you feel there's 100 to 1. That's why you need to make those personal connections and you get inspired by individual things and you keep your circle small as fuck. Someone posted this up here. Teddy the One-Arm Warrior, keep your circle small. That was yesterday's episode. Yesterday's episode was theft. That was Fuck 'em Friday. So yesterday, you keep your circle small. We're talking about community. We're talking about pillar number 1. We're talking about cutting people out and cutting all the bullshit, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a TV show, whether it's Twitter, whether it's someone you're following on Instagram. Cut all that shit out. And I barely use Instagram. We post on Instagram, but I don't even use it personally. I don't use my Instagram at all for personal stuff at all, because what they used to do was I don't follow anyone because I don't want to see what people post. But now they're starting to show you shit that you don't want to see. They're starting to explore stuff in your feed. I'm like, fuck. I tried to cut down my shit so I didn't see anyone, and now I'm starting to see bullshit when I log in, so I don't log in anymore. I never use it for personal stuff. I don't use, as much as I'm on social media, I rarely, if ever, use it for myself, like for me. I do it for Swolenormous. I do it for the brand. I do it for promotion. I do it for distribution of the content. I don't use it for me. I don't give a shit. All I do is I read books and I listen to podcasts. I don't consume all that kind of riffraff, because if you go for knowledge and you look for it, you can find it. But if you're on social media, you're just algorithmed and you're just getting fucked with whatever they want to show you to get them to make more money off ads. So you're only seeing what they want you to see. I like information that I want to receive, so I go looking for it. So you guys be wolf-like. Just to get back to your question, I would get the fuck off social media. I would unfollow as many people as possible. I would put those blinders on and stop comparing yourself. Stop trying to measure yourself up against other people. Stop looking at other people's shit, and you won't compare yourself as much. And start a brain gains practice, man. You got to start getting your meditation on. That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. If you're meditating, if you're going within, if you're going more internal, you're going to be less distracted by all that kind of bullshit. So I appreciate the post. Good question. Good question. What do you all think? What do you all think? Someone commented, Holly, stupid question for OG fam. When we signed up during a special offer, does that lock in the said price? Yes. Whatever price you lock in, whatever price you get for memberships, if pricing goes up in the future, you get your offer, unless otherwise stated. But they're all, yeah, I don't raise prices. So if you joined 3 years ago, you still have the same grandfathered price until you cancel your membership. So don't let your membership expire. Don't cancel it, because when prices go up, you're not going to be able to get back in those grandfathered rates. So make sure you lock it in, and lock it in good. You fucking lock it in. What we got here?
Who told you can eat my cookies?
Yeah, don't eat my fucking cookies either. It's Saturday night. I want my cookies. Euler's day off. You stop comparing by understanding that whomever you're looking at, you are at different points of your fitness journey. Maybe it's even different paths, but at one point they were at the place you are. Maybe. Some people have a leg up. Some people have a higher starting point, or some people start on the 50-yard line. So, you can't assume that everyone had this like big fat weight loss story. Not everyone starts at the same place, but you never know what people are going through, because that's only what they want to show you online. That's only what people want to show you. Again, they're posting the best thing. They're posting their number one thing. They're posting their ideal picture. They're posting their progress picture. But it doesn't mean that they're not depressed. It doesn't mean that they're not struggling. It doesn't mean that they have good relationships. It doesn't mean that they're really proud of themselves. A lot of people post because they're not proud of themselves. They're looking for validation outside. That's why it's important to have validation from within. Because if you are happy with what you're doing, it doesn't matter what other people think, which is why I make my content, for example, the way I make it, because I don't care what other people think. And if they don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. We talk about it all the time. Yourself. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. You don't have to be here. You don't have to describe. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to tell me that you're unsubscribing. Just do it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Those are people that want attention. Those are people that want to feel more valuable than they actually are. Okay? You can't really worry so much. You can't worry at all about what other people think. I get it. There are certain people that you care about fundamentally, but at the same time, even if it's a relative, I just don't give a shit. I'm doing things my way, and if you don't like it, it's okay. You can go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. So anyway, let's see here. Done. Let's see. Joshy Depp 84. Does anyone else have regret purchases? Oh, a lot of people have buyer's remorse. Sure. I've been tip-top on my diet, but bought 3 tall boys for the evening and immediately regretted the purchase soon as I left the store. So don't drink them. That's an easy answer. Don't drink them. Oh, but I don't want to waste it. That's the excuse. You go for the impulse. Now, well, I don't want to waste them because I bought them. Don't fucking drink them. Don't drink them. If you drink it, it's just because you bought it doesn't mean you consumed it. If you're going to use that as an excuse to drink it, well, I bought it, then that's the real failure. You're aware of it, but if you're tip top on your diet and you're going to fucking break it, then what's the purpose? Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Drank at my friend's 30th birthday several weeks ago and discovered I was a lightweight compared to me 6 months ago, but I look very different to me 6 months ago. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, how much did you drink? I don't drink for someone else's fucking birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I was born a long time ago on this date, on this calendar, because birthdays are so fucking weird. They don't mean anything. Birthdays don't mean anything. So fucking ridiculous. Birthdays are very silly. Very, very silly. You were born just like billions and billions of people on this date. The earth went around and all of a sudden it's your day. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not your day. It's just another fucking day. It's not your day. It's my birthday. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old.
Come on, stop whining.
Papa said I can't have a birthday. Crybaby. All right, here we go. James. All right, fam, I got a doozy for you. 3 months and I've been lower than whale shit. For 3 months, I've been lower than whale shit. Mainly, my mental health has been keeping me down. Lots of shit brought on by military service. Long story, if you want to know, message me. But I know I can't be the only one. How do the rest of the vets in the group manage to keep it together when you fall to despair? You should have dropped it. You should have given us the deets. Direct message is preferable, and it took the Papa himself to get me to put this up here, so you can imagine I'm a very private person about some things. All right, well, I appreciate that. So that's vague, but I mean, you can all drop in the comment below. Was hoping for a little bit more substance here, for a little more background, but if anyone here has served, then thank you for your service, James. Has anyone else, I guess you can go, if you're going to do that privately, then there's not much we can share here, but how do the rest of the vets in the group manage to keep it together when you fall into despair? So you'll just have to comment down below. There's really not much we can discuss here without more context, but at the same time, brain gains, yoga, the Swole fam, staying consistent, focusing on your nutrition and training and all that stuff, keeping your head down. But, if you want to talk to Jan, I understand you don't have to go into those details publicly, but at the same time, not much I can share here, not much we can go into without more details on that one. So that's in the Swole fam. If you want to go talk to James, you can go and DM him. Let's take another question. This one's from Olivia Chapman. And again, if you want your question featured, you could drop in the comments below with the hashtag APS. Ask Papa Swolio. Olivia says, or asks Papa Swolio, how do you stop the fear of gaining weight back on if you are underweight after weight loss? I would just get more analytical with it. If you're not eating in ridiculous excess, you're not going to gain all the weight back. You never will, unless you're in excessive surplus and you're just stuffing your face over and over again. The fear is irrational. Just because you're afraid of something, just because you have a feeling doesn't mean it's a rational feeling, doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. It's like worrying about something. You have anxiety about something that doesn't even fucking exist. You're worrying about something in the future. You're worrying about something that doesn't need to be worried about, that doesn't exist, that hasn't happened. So it's a very irrational fear, and my recommendation would be just to get analytical about it. If you're eating slightly more than you're utilizing, you're not going to gain all of it back. You have to really stuff your face for months to gain all that weight back if you lost a lot of weight. So it's not going to happen overnight. So stopping the fear, meditation, mindfulness, you can measure, you could track calories, but it's not just going to magically appear again. So it's focusing on those habits and staying consistent. That way you're not falling off the wagon and going back into old habits, which is why you were overweight and obese to begin with. So just some thoughts on it. But for those of you that have, any of you in the comments now that have had fear of gaining weight back, very common, very irrational. But at the same time, you can gain the weight back. It's just an objective fact. You can gain the weight back if you stuff your face over and over again. But if you don't do that, you're not going to gain all the weight back. So that's good news. That's good news. That's good news, right? It's good news. It's just as hard to gain weight as it is to lose weight. It really is. I mean, it's easier to gain weight, I suppose, because you feed those addictions, but it's plus or minus. You're eating more than you need or you're eating less than you need. You're going to lose weight or you're going to gain weight. Quite simple. The thing is, if you're actually tracking your calories, what's really going to happen? Most people don't burn anywhere near what they think. So for many people, eating 2,000 calories a day is more than they need. A lot of people utilize maybe over 1,000, maybe 1,500, 1,600, and they're eating 2,000, 2,200 doesn't feel like a lot, and they gain weight, which you will over time. So most people that are generally sedentary don't utilize as much as they think. And that 2,000 calorie average is a lot for a lot of people. And that's, I think, one of the fundamental problems is that government regulation is like, hey, everything's based on a 2,000 calorie a day diet. For a lot of people, that's a bulking diet. For a lot of people, you're going to gain weight because you're barely doing anything. You're sitting around all the time. It's very easy to go over that. You start getting 2,100, 22, 23, 200 or 300 calories extra a day. You're going to pack on a lot of weight pretty quickly. So Steve, not necessarily, Papa. I can eat all day long and not gain any weight. I guess about the individual. Well, you're not eating as much as you're expending. That's just simple math. So you're just not eating as much as you think you are. You can eat all day long. You're not eating as much as you are utilizing from an energy balance standpoint. Otherwise, you would gain weight. You disagree with what? How does that disagree with me? If she fears gaining it all back, she may be aware that she tends towards binging and crap food. Of course. It doesn't mean that it changes the facts. Again, your fear, that's the problem. The fear of gaining it back, you're not going to if you are not eating too much food. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to eat 1,000 calories a day and just bulk. So it's really about how much extra you're consuming. So for some people, you need to see it black and white. For some people, you need to track more so it rationalizes you. Okay, this is objectively 100 calories more than I need. This is objectively 200 calories more, and you can track it. That can help. This is why intuitive eating is not always a good idea. Hey, just intuitively eat. And then people intuitively eat and they stuff their face, and then guess what happens? They fucking binge and they just get huge again, because intuitive eating is not good in a society with all these addictions and triggers and these unhealthy artificial foods. And that's a huge problem. You can't intuitively eat in an artificial environment. It's really hard to get food in nature. And every single one of us, except for a few of you that actually go and hunt or farm, all of us would be pretty much fucked if we were in the wild. You'd be fundamentally fucked because there's no way to get all the food and the calories you're used to getting. You would be endlessly hunting and gathering and scraping, and it would just be a lot of caloric expenditure until you actually made your kill, until you actually gathered the food. And that's why fasting is natural. That's why not having food in your body is natural. You're not supposed to always be satisfied. That was a rare occurrence in general. But now today, we're always inundated with calories. There's no shortage. We don't have any opportunity to even feel hungry. Now we feel we're starving. We're so hungry with the rare occurrence where we're not with food for 2 hours. You know, we eat at 12 o'clock and all of a sudden, oh my God, at 4 o'clock, oh my God, I'm starving. You haven't eaten for 4 fucking hours. If you were in the woods hunting and gathering, you might go 3 days without food. So it's just a difference from the normal. We're used to having food all the time. So now when something's different than our normal state, which is a couple hours without food, all of a sudden we're starving and we don't know what to do with ourselves. And we have hunger pains. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Are you really that hungry, or are you just without food for the first time in your life? So it's a weird thing, and your body gets very used to whatever pattern you put it under. It's adaptation, just like with weights and with exercise, with yoga, with mobility, with sleep. Anytime you're breaking off your average or breaking off your routine, it's going to be different. So, there's a lot of different ways to look at it. So there's a lot of other factors. All these questions are depending on the individual, which is why when you ask a question on Instagram stories and it has to be like within a sentence, I can only answer it generally for a general person. So I can't really get into the nitty gritty, which is why everyone's opinion and everyone's context matters. So if you have a certain situation, then you have to do things a certain way. Then you have a certain situation and you have to do things a certain way. It doesn't always have to look like someone else's life or someone else's execution. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Let's get into some knowledge cock, shall we? Let's get into a good post. Let's get that drum roll. Let's get that what's in the box again.
What's in the box?
Yeah, I like that one. All right. This post is a little bit, little ridiculous. This post is from Guilt-Free Nutrition. So you can tell where this is going. This is going to be one of those fucking...
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
This is going to be one of those posts that tries to justify you stuffing your face. So the post says, it's on that weird laxative type painting that you would see in a dentist's office in the bathroom. You're sitting there and you're like, this makes me want to poop. You can't be fully present in life when you're always hungry.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
You can't be fully present in life when you're always hungry. So always be full? So just eat all the fucking time? What are these? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't be fully present in life when you're always hungry. Who is always hungry? You mean always addicted? You can't be always high when you're always wanting to get high on heroin. I don't know. You can't be fully present in life when you're always hungry. Stop fucking eating all the time. Stop eating all the time. Being hungry is more of a natural state than being satisfied. The problem is, like I just mentioned, if you're always full, you are going to notice a drastic change when on a rare occasion you don't have food in your stomach. All of a sudden you'll be like, ooh, this is different. And then you're going to feel, I'm so hungry. No, you're not. You're really not hungry. You're just so used to being full. You know, it's not good for your body when you're digesting all the time. It's not good to be digesting all the time. That's why fasting's very good. It's normal. It's natural. It's natural. And you do realize when you're not digesting all the time, when you're fasting, let's get some comments down below. How many of you do fasting? I do. I don't eat until later in the day. I haven't eaten yet today. How many of you feel more focused? For one, I feel more focused. I personally feel more focused because one, I'm not thinking about what I need to eat because it's not even on the radar. I'm not eating till later. And also, it's a very evolutionary thing because when you're hungry, you're focused as if you're on a hunt trying to get food. I feel so much more focused. I have so much more energy when I'm not eating. I don't want to be full when I go work out. I don't want to have a full fucking stomach. I don't want to be full when I'm doing yoga and I'm bending and I'm twisting. I don't want to go do cardio or do kettlebell workout when I'm full. I'm focused and I'm on point when I'm, quote, hungry. I don't call it hungry. I call it without food. I'm not eating. I'm not eating right now. I'm doing things. I don't need food. I have plenty of food on my body. My body is totally fine. We can eat later. I think there's also this psychological thing because you know that food's available. Think about it. If you're in the woods and you're hungry, you also don't necessarily know that you're going to eat at 8 p.m. There's no guarantee that you're going to eat tomorrow at 8 p.m. Now we choose to fast. So it's like a fast when you know it's going to end. A couple thousand years ago, if you were fasting, it wasn't by choice. You didn't have food. And you didn't know if the next day you would have food either, or the next day you're going to have food. You didn't fucking know. You didn't know when you're going to get food again. You had to go get it. And if there was a famine or if there was a frost or something, you weren't getting food. You had to deal with not having food all the time. Let's see here. What's up, Paul? Since joining the Swole fam, my life is awesome. So thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here, Paul. I like that avatar. Looking good. Looking good.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Ren, these people have no idea what hunger actually is. You know, we're very fortunate to be disconnected from hunger. We're very fortunate, but there are too many people that think that being full is normal, aka Nico Cotto Avocado and all these mukbangers and face fuckers. It's normal to be stuffed with food. We just have food everywhere. It's on every corner. It's so accessible all the time. There's just endless amounts of food. We're never without it. We have to actually force ourselves. We actually have to call it intermittent fasting because talk about first world problems. We have to choose to not eat. So then you have people saying, well, that's weird. You have an eating disorder because you're starving yourself. Don't starve yourself. How about mimicking something natural in this world because we're living in a fucking box, we're rolling around in cars, we're using our thumbs to communicate, and we just have food delivered 24/7, 365. I think we need to create a little bit of normalcy for our bodies that are millions of years old. Okay? Just a thought. Just a thought. Let's see what we got here. Bridget Goretsky. Comment, I like not having to think about food when I am fasting. Shopping is a lot easier. I can walk past most junk food because it's a fasting day. That also takes willpower, though. I think a lot of people would agree if you have that kind of discipline. When I say willpower, discipline, willpower, you can rely on willpower now and again, but not always. Not always, because eventually, if you don't really have that discipline locked in, willpower is going to break after a while. You can only refuse so much or smell something that you're really tempted. If you have that discipline and it's really part of your identity, it's much easier to pass things off. If someone says, hey, you want something? I'm just like, no, it doesn't come in my radar. The fast food, if I'm driving down the street and I see McDonald's or I see Burger King or I see Wendy's, it doesn't register as food. Sure, I used to eat it. Yes, I've had it before. Yes, I know what it tastes like. And no, I don't want it. And the smell disgusts me now. I've had it. I've been without it for so many years and so long. And I've been eating such quality food since, nothing compares. It's just not something that I look forward to. I want to get home and make my own food. I just don't like eating during the day. It saves me time and mental space. And I think also for me personally, it's also been a stressful, I don't want to say a stressful life in the sense of, you know, I've had a great life and I've really enjoyed my life. And a lot of you do, but I've bulked for a long time. I was always eating food for 10, 15, 20 years. It was about bulking, getting big. I think a lot of what I've done in the last year or two is shifted away from just other habits around my training. So now I'm doing a lot more mobility, doing a lot more kettlebell stuff. I'm training at home. My nutrition has changed. My physique has changed slightly. I like it better. But I've also not been focusing 24/7 on food. I used to prep all my meals long in advance, and I would have all these meals and just when I was going to work, I would bring a cooler with me and just have these big containers of food. It's exhausting prepping all that shit. I'm just not into it. I'd rather eat once, maybe twice a day, or eat for a few hours in the evening and just eat whatever I want. When I say whatever I want, I really do I go to town. I pound. But I pound and I go to town with a limited range of options. I'll have my grass-fed beef. Maybe I'll have some eggs. Maybe I'll have some fruit. You know, a sweet potato, maybe some white rice or whatever I'm eating that night. But I go to town because I can only eat so much. I'm only going to eat 1,000, 2,000, whatever calories in that time period. I'm going to be around my maintenance. I'm going to be around my maintenance, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But I'm not eating anything bad, so I can monitor it day to day. Sometimes I'll feel like I need some more carbs. Sometimes I go without carbs for a couple days. So I fluctuate, but I go very instinctual and intuitive at that point. But I have a lot of experience and I'm very, very focused with a certain range of foods, but this is my fuel. So you have to really have a lot of discipline and a lot of experience to do anything around the word intuitive. And a lot of people just default to it. Man, if you have an eating disorder, the word intuitive should just be fucking nowhere near. But again, intuitive eating, maybe under guidance, should only be really focused on people that are anorexic. When you start dealing with intuitive eating for people that are morbidly obese or have just a lot of weight to lose, intuitive eating is just, you're giving them the leeway just to fucking eat whatever the hell they want. It's going to perpetuate their eating disorder. So a lot of people, when they talk about intuitive eating, it's really geared towards anorexia, but a lot of fat acceptance and body positive people use that as leverage to give them an excuse to not lose weight. And of course, protect feelings, don't hurt my feelings, don't hurt me, all that shit. So it is what it is. Let's see, Melissa Taint. I always have to drop that N in there. Melissa Taint. Let's see what we got here.
Shampoo my crotch.
Not bad, not bad. Got lots of sounds for you. I find it easier to skip the trash shared morning teas at work. The trash shared morning teas at work. What's a morning tea? As I fast until the afternoon. Okay. You don't like tea, or are you talking about cookies and stuff? RV. I have a daily 4-hour eating window. After doing this for about 2 weeks, my body got used to it, and I love eating this way now. Your body can adapt. Don't be a biche. Stay consistent. Fuck yeah. Ansel Hansen. Honestly, I never paid a lot of attention to nutrition for a long time. Wish I discovered this channel earlier. Would have helped me with my weight cuts for wrestling. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Good shit. So keep on dropping some comments down below. All right. So again, for those of you that are interested in learning more about the Swole fam, check out Swolenormousx.com. If you don't know what the 7 pillars are, if you're brand new to the podcast, these are the 7 pillars. But if you want the full breakdowns, you get free downloads, got an audio book, have the Beyond 7 Pillars ebook, plus the 7 pillars themselves. You can download it over at Swolenormousx.com. It's right there in the red bar at the top of the page. You can go and check it out. But when we're talking about nutrition, we're talking about quality of food. And a lot of people are playing the calorie counting game, which it exists. Calorie counting exists. I mean, energy balance exists, law of thermodynamics, but it doesn't replace the quality. And a lot of people are trying to add and subtract garbage foods, but they're not getting their nutrients. And you're just triggering these habits of getting garbage food and looking for a quick fix and trying to have your cake and eat it too. You're trying to eat these addictive foods. You're trying to eat these vegetable oils, but in smaller quantities. And that's why you're having these cravings nonstop, because you just keep on cutting yourself, essentially. You keep on harming yourself, and you think like you think you're getting away with it because you only have 5 chicken nuggets. You're still keeping that addiction alive, and it's going to keep on plaguing you. And it's not real fucking food. It's fucking not. It's not real fucking food. Remember that article the other day from, was it the Irish Supreme Court that voted or ruled that Subway isn't real food? Subway's not real fucking food. That the bread had too much sugar to actually be considered a food. So it's actually a cake sandwich. It's actually a cake sandwich. Hey, that's what I like to hear. How many of you are watching pop on a big old screen? Ooh, the gun show. Oh.
You fucking people.
Watch me on your damn TV. Watch me on your TV. Who's got me on the big screen? 65 inches of fucking gains. How's the beard look on the 65? Not bad, right? Not bad. So how many of you do fasting or intermittent fasting, or how many of you use a time restricted eating window? I like the term time restricted eating window more than intermittent fasting. I think most people should be eating within probably 6 hours in the day. Generally 6 hours is a good move. If you're trying to bulk a lot and put on a lot of weight, you just need more time. You need more time to sit there and eat. You need more reps. And if you're only eating within 4 or 5 hours, it's going to be hard to get in 3,000 calories in a short period of time if you're trying to bulk. Got you on my 65 inch. That's what she said. Oh. Get that fucking falcon. The falcon. All right, we got another post. So drop in the comments if you're an intermittent faster. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got a couple good posts. We got some more. All right, we got a brand new member to the fam. Let's give a shout out to Jeffrey and the fam. What up? Congratulations on joining the fam. Welcome. This one's from Jeffrey, a brand new member inside the Swole fam. First post. Been reading through everyone else's posts. I'm very pleased with the openness and support you have all been providing. I signed up for the Swolenormous X account today as an experiment to enhance my mental commitment to nutrition. I am working on a master's project which involves physical fitness. I know what to eat, what my body reacts to, and the correct fitness plans for my goals. However, I am lacking in nutritional discipline. The major factor I'm missing is accountability. I haven't been reporting to anyone, so decided this is the perfect place to begin. I'll commit and post my weekly progress. To start, I'm at 211 pounds. Body fat varies from 12 to 16% based on what test I do. I'll get some progress pictures up eventually. My nutritional discipline is generally good. However, about once a week, I binge on food. So there goes that generally good. Sounds like a peaceful protest you got going on, Jeffrey. It's mostly a peaceful diet. I'm trying to figure this out and why I do it. When I get past this hurdle, that's it. I'll have consistent progress. Thanks, everyone. Well, thank you for posting, Jeffrey. So you know what to eat and what your body reacts to. I'm going to call it the way it is. I'm going to call it bullshit. If you say you know what to eat and what your body reacts to, but you binge once a week, I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't think you know as much as you think you do. So I would recommend jumping into that elimination diet and really getting to the roots of what your body is reacting best to and poorly to. So we're going to hold you accountable. Sure. Keep on posting up your progress. And I'm just kind of giving you a slap across the tits. But if you're binging once a week, you don't got shit locked down. So don't get too cocky with that. Don't get too cocky. I did the math, and I do the math regularly. Let me just get Alexa to do it. So apologies, I'm turning yours on. Alexa, what's 1 divided by 7? Everyone's 1.
1 divided by 7 is 0.1429.
All right, 0.14. I just never want to forget that number. I always think it's 14%, and then I forget for some reason. I just want to double check. So whenever someone asks me about cheat meals, people ask me about cheat days and cheat meals. Whenever someone does that, a cheat meal is a cheat day. It really is. A lot of people are not going to agree, but a cheat meal is a cheat day because it's a day in which you cheat. Okay? It's a day in which you cheat. If you cheated on Saturday, and I'm not saying you had a cookie, but you fucking binge eat on Saturday, that's not a cheat meal. I don't care if you went to a buffet. Saturday's the day. And remember that every day is continuous. It's not like the day ends and all of a sudden, well, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch. No, what you ate on Saturday is still going to be digesting on Sunday. It's still in your system. So if you cheat, it's a cheat day. Cheat meal, cheat day, same fucking thing. It's not the popular opinion. No one likes to think like that because then they beat themselves up a little bit more. Well, stop being a fucking pussy. Stop being a baby and fucking look at the actual reality of the situation. That means that 14% of your week, you're not locking it down. So if you are eating and you're cheating once a week, so one cheat day a week, that's 14%. Have you ever heard anyone be like, well, you got to give it 86%, give it all you got? What do you think the results are going to be if you gave 86% effort? You'll probably get about 70% results because you're never getting 100%. Okay? You're still, even if you do everything optimally, there's still no guarantee of success, which is why most people don't put in the effort because it's not guaranteed. Everyone wants a magic pill. Everyone wants something just done. People don't want to actually put in fucking effort. They just want it done for them. I want to take a pill. Can I get surgery? What's the fastest way? What's the best way? Fuck you.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Send me that fucking dick cheese. Give me some fucking dick cheese. So, that being said, that's how I look at it. I look at it as 14% of your week. So if you are only doing things the right way, 86%, and that's assuming that every fucking other moment, that means you're crushing it on point 100%. The rest of that 86%, which is probably not the case. Nothing's perfect, which is why you need to aim for your ideal output. Like if you want amazing results and you're going to put in average effort, again, why do we have the Swole card today? The Swole card today is fuck average. It's fuck average for a reason. Because if you are putting in average effort, you're not going to get amazing results. It's not going to happen. Oh, fucking hell yeah. Come on now. Come on now.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Annika, back in the lockdown, I used to fast and only ate between 2 and 8 p.m. Eat between 4 and 8 p.m. on the weekends, and weekdays have 2 to 4 small meals due to doing cardio at work. Let's see. Sid, actually, when you eat 3 meals a day, a cheat meal is less than 5% of your diet. It's not the end of the world, especially when you've reached your goal weight. I disagree. You're looking at the math in a very optimistic manner, which leads to people to justifying eating like shit. We're not talking about total meals. That's the problem. When you do an elimination diet, Sid, you actually realize that your food has many more side effects and many more chain reactions than just the caloric value. This is the problem with the calorie counters. This is the problem with calories in, calories out being the be all end all, because you're eating foods that are having other effects besides, oh, I had 100 calories more. Yeah, well, if you had foods that you are sensitive to, that you have allergies to, you're also breaking out in fucking hives. You also have migraines. You're not sleeping well. You're not recovering. Your joints hurt, so your workouts suffer. There are a lot of other side effects to eating food, which is why the elimination diet is so important. So you might have one meal and it could be 5% if you're going to justify it by total meals, but then you might have a problem for 48 hours afterwards. So that one meal can actually spread to the next day. So if you cheat on Saturday and you eat dairy and you have a migraine on Sunday and you feel fucking like sluggish and bloated on Monday, you just fucked yourself up for 3 days. That's my take. So you can justify it, but at the same time, a lot of people don't understand the real impact of food, and that's why this is why people don't have results. It's 2020. All right, we have the internet. There's so much information, and people are still fucking getting shit wrong because we have so much more garbage food at our disposal. It's legit. As much as we have all this technology, all we have is just more reasons to cheat and more fake foods to eat. So you can do the math. Again, you could do the math any way you want. It's just perspective. This is how I look at it because it's just devil's advocate. Think about it. This is just a different way to approach it, but you're going to feel, how many of you eat shit food? You don't just feel shitty the same day. You feel shitty the next day and the next day. It's fucking brutal. Joseph Funk, comment. A lot of people will feel like I screwed up this meal, so I may as well do whatever the next meal and fall victim to that mentality, and many get derailed because of it. Yeah, well, it can lead to that's another reason. If you have a cheat meal, that can lead to a worse decision the next meal, and then it's not just one meal, is it? It's the whole discipline, plus you're self-loathing, then you feel guilty because you were doing so well, and then you fucking botched it, and then you're like, oh my God, I feel like shit, oh fuck it, it's just a weekend, fuck it, it's Sunday, I'll get back in on Monday, and then you go and you drink and you eat. Hey, I fell off for a week, I haven't worked out in 2 months. How the fuck do you just fall off and not work out for 2 or 3 months? Get the fuck out of here. I don't understand people that are actually consistent or take care of themselves. Oh, I fell off, I haven't worked out in 3 months. How the fuck do you not work out in 3 months? How do you fall off? I just haven't eaten healthy in 2 months. It doesn't even make sense to me. And I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I just look at food so fundamentally. I do not understand how people fall off and just don't get back on. It's like, it's the standard. This is my fuel. You don't fall off and just keep on putting sawdust into your car, into your gas tank. You fuel up with the right shit. It doesn't make sense. I don't run well unless I'm getting my food, unless I'm getting my meals. Like, I don't want other shit. I want my fuel. And then I want to go smash. And then I want my fucking coffee. And then I want to go make a poop. I want to make a poop. I like to make duties. Everybody poops. Read the book. It's a good book. It's a good book. It's a good book. All right, here we go. We got another post from Joe. Had a strange problem, developed a case of acute vertigo. It happened yesterday and lasted a day. Doctor told me today I'm lucky and some people get it and will last a week. And I thought, no thanks. I'm glad to pass on that. Did a blood glucose test where there came back 91. So they said that was good and I'm glad. Came back 91. The 6th was my son's 2nd birthday and we ate out since we were out of town, and I really don't like that. I really don't like restaurant food anymore, as I find the things I make at home taste better and make me feel better. This is The perfect post afterwards talking about, and yes, I had some cake with my son, and while fun to share that with him, it took a couple days to go back to feeling normal again. So the side effects and a couple days of feeling normal after eating shitty food. So it throws you off for a while. So these are experiences. These are experiences, and these are the side effects. This is what can happen. It's not just one meal. It's not just one meal. Look, here's the thing. A lot of people just want to justify bad behavior. That's what everyone's doing. What do you think the media is doing with all the peaceful protests? They're justifying riots. Everyone's trying to justify cheat meals. Everyone's trying to justify being lazy. Everyone's trying to justify a purchase. Everyone's trying to justify, excuse, entitlement, no responsibility. Do you want to get away with something, or do you want to excel? This is not about whether or not a piece of pizza is going to kill you. This is not about whether or not a piece of pizza is going to send you to the toilet. This is not about whether or not you have a cheeseburger and you fall off your nutrition forever. I have the physique and I have the health that I have, and I used to eat crap. There's lots of videos of me eating Sour Patch Kids online. I leave them up for a reason because I've evolved and I've gotten better and better, and I've realized, and I have context. I have context. I don't think eating shit food and sucking down tons of powdered supplements is a good move. I don't think fancy fucking meals is ideal. We have an entire recipe archive. You can get fancy with your food. I don't like fancy food. I just don't need it. It's a different way to approach. If you want to play the calorie game and you want to carry around a calculator all the time whenever you eat, that's up to you. That's up to you. But we have way too much justification, and it's all about getting away with things. And all these fitness jabronis just want to justify you getting your mouth pleasure on, getting your mouth ejaculation. Real food tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. When your taste buds are so overblown and fucked beyond repair with nuclear raspberry lemonade drinks all the time and Monster Energy drinks and all these fucking supplements and shit like that, you don't know what real taste is. You have no context for real taste anymore. So if it was so easy, if any of these approaches were the best ones, why do so many people not get results? Why do so many people not get results? Everyone likes to think they have the average or they have the answer. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm saying I have a fucking very, 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 very good and a very obvious one that fucking objectively works for thousands of people. Now, everyone else is trying to justify things. They go in the big mix of everyone else that's struggling all the time. Anytime you go out and you stick your neck out into the fitness industry, you hear and you see all the questions that are useless. You see useless questions. You see misdirected questions. You see people worrying and struggling with things that have nothing to do with what's actually keeping them from getting results. It's not hard. You eat real food and you work your ass off with your training, you'll get amazing results. Wow. 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 Fucking shocker. Oh, fucking shocker. Shocker. The problem is a lot of people are looking for an answer, but they're looking for the answer that they like, which is not how you get results. If you're looking for something that you like, you're looking for someone that gives you that excuse. Of course, you're going to like it. You're going to want to do that, but it's not giving you the right fundamentals. It's not giving you the right principles. Most people are just trying to build on that surface level. We go deeper with the Swole fam. And you can do whatever you want. I haven't been seeing all these. I haven't been looking in all the comments. I haven't seen all the fucking, I haven't looked in the comments. I don't know, guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let me see. Let's see here. Real food naturally is one of the tastes. You have to put in the work to get the results. Well, most people don't. Most people don't. Well, well, that's why I'm not part of the fitness industry. I'm trying to stay on the fringe as much as possible because everyone else that I see is just, there are just so many elements that just make me fucking cringe. It's just fucking cringe city. Cringe city. If there were such good answers out there, if it was all about calorie balance, if it was that simple, then don't you think everyone would get results? It's because that's not the answer. It's just straight up not the answer. Is that part of it? Sure. There's a lot of things that are part of an answer. Doesn't mean that that's the main focus. That's the illusion. That's the mirage. Like, oh, it's calorie balance. You could still cheat here. You could still have this much food and then cut down. Okay. Can that work? Can it? If everything in your life revolves around what you weigh on a scale, that's the problem. When people are talking about health and weight loss, all they're doing is they're looking at the scale as that being, hey, I lost weight, I'm being successful. Well, is that it? Is that all it's about? Is it just about you being lean? Is it about you being bodybuilder on stage? Fuck that shit. That's part of it. That's pillar 2 and 3. You're focusing on your nutrition. Cool. You're focusing on your training. Cool. Most people will only talk about pillars 2 and 3. The fitness industry is all about pillars 2 and 3. And they even do that wrong. And they're not complete because they're not focusing on the fundamental level. They're still working in the clouds. They're still working on that higher level. They're still working on the fringe. They're not working on the base level. They're not changing how they think and how they approach food. Again, for those of you that are looking to cheat, that's the problem. I don't care what anyone else says. You can believe something else. You don't have to agree with me. That's cool. This is my podcast for a reason. I'm still going to say whatever the fuck I want. I love it how people say, well, I don't agree with everything. Like, cool. I don't give a shit. There's 7.5 billion people. A lot of people aren't going to agree. Okay. You can go and find someone else that you agree with and then follow them. Oh, I like that person. Oh, I like what they say. Okay. Doesn't mean it's the right answer. If you're looking to cheat, if you're looking for someone to give you a pat on the back and an arm around the shoulder and be like, it's okay, you can cheat once a week with my program, with my protocol. Okay, great. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. If you want to be average, go somewhere else. Seriously, go somewhere else. If you want to start something and take it seriously with 1 foot out, fuck that. You're never going to get you're never going to get optimal results if you're not going all in. Hard work is not looked highly upon. Effort, discipline, obsession is not looked highly upon. That's why everyone talks shit. Oh, that's so strict. Oh my God, you never cheat. Oh my God. Why should you? Why should you? Why should that word ever be in your dictionary? Why should it even be in your vocabulary? Does that mean that I never use that word cheat? It's a cheat meal. It's a cheat day. I fucking hate that word. It shouldn't even come into your brain. It should not even come into your fucking brain. If it is, that's part of the problem. You're not focused enough. And if you can't see that, and if that offends you, and you get upset because I say it, then of course you can go and follow someone else that'll rub your taint and say it's all okay. And try to distract you from what's actually going to build you a better life and build you stronger and more fortified as a human. There are so many more important facets of your wellness than just nutrition and training. That's excellent. But it's all the other parts that are usually completely ignored. It's all of them together. It's all of them together. What's my opinion on bodybuilding? Would I ever? No, I've never competed. I never wanted to. My opinion on bodybuilding, it's impressive. It's extremely unhealthy. That was a big time inspiration. I loved like chasing after bodybuilders when I first started training. Complete development of body parts. It's fantastic. I love a bodybuilding approach, but the actual sport of bodybuilding, extremely unhealthy. Extremely unhealthy and fucks a lot of people up. Fucks a lot of people up. Gives a lot of people eating disorders and all sorts of horrific cyclical issues. I know a lot of people that are just completely permanently fucked from doing bodybuilding. The hardcore cutting, the hardcore shredding, the extreme restriction, water restriction, depletion. It's impressive, but I would never, IFBB pro, would I ever juice up? No. And go pro bodybuilding? No. I've never wanted to do a show, never wanted to compete, which is why I haven't. Otherwise I would have. Never wanted to. I never wanted to not enjoy doing it for the right reasons for me. Let's see. Ren, if you eat real quality food, you won't have any desire to cheat. I agree. I have zero. People don't understand the importance of healthy reps in their daily life. Those little habits, right? Those little habits. Booger Bubble, we don't need to hear people that we agree with, not entirely, not at first. That's how we got the health at every size community. Fuck average, bring back the 80s fit clubs. Nice.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Let's see, Michelle, if you go backwards once a day, you will never get over addictions and you may not reach your full potential. So to each their own, right? To each their own. Doesn't mean you can't. And here's the thing. It's not like I'm slapping a cookie out of your fucking hand. If you want to turn off this podcast and go eat a whole pizza pie, that's on you. I love how when people hear something that I say that they don't like, they have to lash out and defend. They have to lash out and defend their cheat days or their cheat meals as if it personally hurts my feelings. Like there are 100 million people right now eating garbage fucking food in this country alone, at least right now. I love how any kind of like argument against it. Oh my God, I'm so offended that you want to eat junk food. I don't give a shit. That's the beauty of it. I don't care if you do it. I wish the majority would, because then we wouldn't be fat as hell and it would help our country out dramatically. But it's not me eating the food. If you get upset about what I'm saying, chances are you realize, yeah, there you go. Ren, that's because they know deep down they are wrong. Yeah. Many times when people get called out, they get defensive because they realize that they're not really doing it 100%. They realize objectively, if you're cheating and you're slacking, then you're really not going all in, are you? You're the one that has to sleep at night. You're the one that has to lay your head down on your pillow. And if you're happy, it's your life, right? It's your life. It's your life. That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to agree and you don't have to do it. But for those that actually do it, it works. Why? Because it fucking works. Because you're actually covering your 7 pillars. Because you're actually covering your bases. Sid, are you feeling okay? You got a bug up your ass today, huh? What about all sports that involve extreme diets, like swimming, powerlifting, football? How does football involve an extreme diet? And other pastimes that people are passionate about excelling at? Are you going to knock all of them? Sid, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you want to go swimming, then go swimming, bro. What about all sports? What about sports? You do realize that sports are not for health. Sports are for competition in that sport. Sports are specific activities. Are you going to say that curling is a sport? Are you saying that every sport is healthy? You're training a certain way for a specific outcome. Bodybuilding is training and nutrition in a certain way, very specifically to win a bodybuilding show. Swimming is certain activities and certain dieting protocols with a certain genetics and certain physique and certain things in order to win swimming events. If you want to be a good swimmer, you need to train a certain way. If you want to be a bodybuilder and you want to be on the IFBB pro stage, you're going to have to do extreme diets. You're going to have to take a lot of juice. You're going to have to fucking train your ass off for 20 fucking years. Okay? If you want to go, I don't know, cycling, you're going to have to fucking do a lot of cycling. Kind of how it works. I'm not really sure what you're trying to get across here. I'm not sure what you're trying to defend, bro. Do I care if someone else, I don't care what you do. So Sid, if you want to go and have a cheat meal right now, you can go and have that. I will sleep totally fine knowing that you're eating your cookies or something. It's totally cool. Totally cool. Ellen, mate, I am part of this community and I do martial arts by doing the elimination diet, and I've been able to eat correctly to excel in said martial arts. 7 pillars. Thank you for the feedback. Let's go around the room. Let's see what we got. See what we got going on. Bella Wolf, to truly excel at a sport, you prioritize performance, not health. I still have issues from training for a decade to be a professional ballerina. Preach. There you go. And that's my point. It's the specificity of training. Again, it's very similar to any kind of lifting. Remember, I talk about it all the time. It's your specificity of training. You're going to get an adaptation based on what stimuli you're exposing your body to. So for example, if you are trying to, you want to have more endurance, then you need to train for those protocols. If you want more strength, you have to do strength protocols. If you want more mobility, you should be doing more mobility and corrective exercise and yoga. If you want blah, blah, blah. So your stress and the stimuli that you expose your body to, those are going to be the adaptations. Now, performance is not equivalent to health. It's not equivalent to wellness. It's not equivalent to mental health. It's not equivalent to longevity. These are all different things, which is why the fitness industry is such a fucking hot mess, because it's so blurred. And we just use the word fitness. So it's really kind of like, well, what do you mean fitness to be? Like, what do you want it to mean? That's like saying, because I believe in eating healthy. I mean, I don't even know I was going to go with that one. Anyway.
The little rascal has spirit.
Let's see what we got here. We got another question. If you want your question featured, remember hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Let's see what we got. Bella123415. Papa Swolio, any recommendations on lower body workouts for someone who is new at it? Well, I would recommend doing your yoga, lower body workouts. Sure. You mean exercises? I'm not going to be laying out a whole entire workout protocol here, but exercises, the standards, squats, lunges, kettlebell swings, deadlifts. Any recommendations? I would focus on yoga as you do any kind of lower body protocol. Depends. I mean, really what your goals are and what you have access to, but a lot of glute activation and mobility. Super important. Super important. I would do glute activation and then general and compound movements, but you just got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's really individualized, but there's any recommendations? Yeah, tons of them. But I wouldn't start any kind of training protocol without doing a lot of glute activation and having yoga as a part of your strength training. Good question. Good question. It's hard to answer. Those are so general. Like, hey, what are some good leg work? It's like, so many. But the posterior chain, doing a lot of hip hinge, like RDLs, deadlifts. I love kettlebell swings. You all know that. I love step back lunges. I love walking lunges. I don't like stepping forward then coming back. If you're going to do walking lunges, do walking lunges. Otherwise, if you're static, step back and then bring your legs back together. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So we got some more posts. Let me see what we got here. Got one. We got a couple good more. Let's take one more and then we'll get into some balls deep, sweet action. I appreciate all the comments. And again, like I always say, you don't have to agree with me. That's totally fine. I'm not looking for friends. I don't need any more friends. I got friends. I got friends. What I'm trying to do is spread some fucking knowledge cock. Trying to sling that fucking knowledge cock. We got some action from Joe. Had a strange problem. Developed a case of acute. We just talked about this one. Joe was the Vertigo. Joe Vertigo. That's your new nickname, Joe. Joe Vertigo. Hey fam, I was listening to yesterday's Daily Swole and the conversation about not relying on outside factors and people to keep you motivated in the gym really resonated with me. I've been doing Gold's Fit classes for years. I love the workouts and the community. However, when my gym closed due to COVID, I had no problem transitioning to my home gym. I have a pretty sweet setup with everything I need to train, although there are still things I'd like to add. Working out is a habit for me, just like brushing my teeth. I have been surprised at how much I have actually enjoyed working out at home and have still been pushing myself. To train harder. I do miss my classes and the community, but I'm trying still to decide if I should save the money and keep training at home or return to the gym. Do you prefer classes or training on your own, and why? Good question. Good question. What do you all think? What's your take on it? So we've been talking about this for the last couple days on the podcast. When it comes to training for yourself, depending on yourself versus with a partner. Now, if you're training with a partner, you can get better workouts. You can get a spot. You can have someone else. That's why people have coaches. That's why professional athletes have coaches and strength coaches, because they're going to be inspiring you to do more and push yourself harder than that voice in your head or that voice on your shoulder that is, telling you to quit. So for me, I prefer 1,000% training on my own. I don't like training in classes. Fuck that shit. Not for me at all. I like to go at my own pace. I like to push myself much more than what these classes are going to do. I like specified training. When you do classes, you're going to get a lot of general activity and general workout and not specified, targeted for what you personally need. If you're in a group, of course, it might keep you at a pace, but a lot of times group classes are just kind of cardio based for the most part, little circuits. So it really depends on what your goal is and what really keeps you consistent. But I think for everyone, even people that like group exercise classes, I think everyone should be focusing on building their own discipline on their own, because it helps minimize your vulnerability. So if the gym shuts down, for example, you don't have that group anymore. You're just going to not exercise. You're just going to eat shit and trash your body just because the gym's closed. That's why a lot of people fell off from their fitness during COVID, because, oh my God, the gyms are closed. So what? Train at home. But I don't know what to do. Well, that's your fucking fault. You're not prepared. And COVID and the quarantine exposed a lot of people that aren't prepared or weren't prepared to get their shit done no matter what. So let's see here though. Your gym closed due to COVID. So you had that was a general answer. So you miss your classes, but you're trying to decide if you should save the money and keep training at home. Well, it depends on if your gym is going to close again. I think most people in the fam will take some comments. I think a lot of people prefer to train at home or themselves. So I think that's up to you. But if the gym closed again, you might be in the same situation. So it depends on if you could have a short contract, because this COVID shit might pop back up in a month or two. Things might be closed down in a month or two. It's the flu season, and it is a virus after all, and it's mutating, and it's going to be with us forever. So we'll see what happens. Cerny, I'll train on my own. I don't like people that much. Jesse, I hate wearing pants. Training at home wins. I don't like...
Yow.
Nathan, I wouldn't sign a long-term contract. Unlikely things will stay open steadily over the next half year or so. That's another risk. You don't want to sign up for a year and then have it close down a couple months. So let's see here. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, we're running late. Oh, we got to go. We got to go balls deep. We got to go in. All right, let's jump into it.
Deep.
I am hungry. I got to fucking go. I am hungry. I didn't realize how long I've been streaming. Been crushing it today. All right, here we go. We got a shit post. This is from Denari Grace on the Twitter. Got a lot of hearts there. A lot of hearts. Got a wheelchair emoji. Got all of it. Got the Infinity Stones. This is a reminder that number one, BMI is junk science. Okay. Two, science and medicine are neither neutral, objective, nor harmless. They have a long history and present, not just the past, of perpetuating harm and violence against marginalized, oppressed groups.
You went full retard, man.
And three, yes, that includes fat people. Of course. Of course. Of course. If you're marginalized and oppressed, of course, the world is, by default, the world is against you. If you're marginalized and oppressed, of course, everything's against you. Just add it to the list. Everything's against everything and everyone. Everything and everyone hates you, right? Everyone's trying to eradicate you. Everyone's just trying to just destroy. We're trying to eliminate from the face of the earth anyone who's marginalized and oppressed. Everyone. We're trying to exterminate people in this country. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah. That's what the United States is all about. That's what we're all about. That's what we're fucking all about.
You went full retard, man.
You get a double tard.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
All right. BMI is junk quote science. BMI is your height your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared. It's very simple math. I believe that's what it is. It's very descriptive, especially if you're not exercising regularly. It's actually quite accurate. If you have a high BMI, you're not fucking healthy unless you're just fucking dense muscle and you're shredded. So number two, you can just ignore the BMI. We've talked about that ad nauseum. Number two, science and medicine are neither neutral, objective, nor harmless. Actually, yes, science is absolutely objective. If you interpret a study poorly, that's not objective, but that's poor interpretation. Science is objective. Science is facts. Science are studies that give you data. That's it. That's it. It is objective. They have a long history and present of perpetuating harm and violence. How is science perpetuating harm and violence? Can you tell me? Can you tell me, Denari, you fucking tard? How is science perpetuating harm and violence? How is science perpetuating harm and violence against marginalized and oppressed groups? Stupid. This is fucking stupid. Where's my, there you go.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Is that right? Bella Wolf, actually BMI undercounts overweight and obesity. I think 80% of people who have a normal BMI are obese by some other measure. Well, look, it's a tool. It's a tool. It's one method. And literally BMI is just going off your height and your weight. That's it. It doesn't reflect your body fat percentage. Okay. I'm overweight and obese according to BMI, but I'm not according to common sense and other metrics. It's not like you take your BMI. Oh my God, you're a terrible person. You're a good person. This is how these marginalized and oppressed people are complaining. They're taking this as a judgment against their character or their worth as a human, which is stupid. That's not what BMI is not a feelings chart. Okay. It's not a fucking feelings measurement. It's not. Off the fucking charts. Off the fucking charts. Woke as fuck. All right. BMI does not tell you your worth as a person. It's not like, oh, you're a high BMI, you're a terrible person. It's not the fucking case. It's not the fucking case. Not the case. Jojo Dodo. Mojo Jojo. Hi, Papa. Do you have any advice or stretching routines for when the subscapularis is a bit sore from going all in during a chest day? Your subscapularis. How are you gauging your subscapularis being sore? How are you gauging that? You know where the subscapularis is, by the way? For anyone that doesn't know, subscapularis provides internal rotation. So that attaches from the medial anterior portion of the scapula. So that's running under. You're really, I don't see how you're gauging whether or not your subscapularis is actually sore. Are you doing external rotation? Are you stretching it? You're doing your yoga? Any advice or stretching? Sure, you can stretch your subscapularis. I can't really explain how to do it. You can go on your back, you elevate your elbow, you could take a cane and do some external rotation, which will stretch your subscapularis. You could do it in a supine position. Hard to explain it like, just here on the podcast. But what makes you think that your subscapularis is a bit sore? Sounds a little specific. Are you sure it's not your serratus anterior? I'm curious as to how you are gauging your subscapularis being sore. I've never heard it. No one's ever asked me that before. No one's ever asked me, my subscapularis is sore. Just curious how you gauge that. But yeah, sleeper stretches. You can also do external rotation in order to stretch your subscapularis. I know it's under the scap, but it's not really under. It's on the anterior portion, so it's not under. It's on the anterior medial portion and inserts this internal rotation of the humerus. Itchy mustachio. Itchy mustachio. Brought out the woke meter. Yeah, well, it broke me. It broke me that last post. So we got some more letters. We got some more letters after the name.
What's in the box?
We got some more woke shit. You ready? Here we go. We got some more letters. We got another master's degree. You can't go wrong with a master's degree. Can't go wrong these websites. You could type in any kind of nonsense into Google for a website and apparently you'll load up. Foodfreedomtherapy.com. Man, food freedom, food, this food freedom. All right, this is the United States in 2020. You have food freedom. You have plenty of food freedom. You have all the food freedom in the world. You have way too much food freedom. Way too much. That's why everyone's fat. The post says, know what's more important than having a flat stomach? Literally everything. Literally everything is more important than that. What's more important than having a flat stomach? So this is...
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
So this is another misdirected false argument. Know what's more important than having a flat stomach? Everything. Literally everything is more important than that. Okay, this is one of those feeling protectors. This is another mislabeling and just a false flag. These people that are trying to leverage this idea that having a flat stomach is evil because you're trying to change who you are. If you are obese, if you are fat, you're not going to have massively fat arms, massively fat legs, and a flat stomach. Okay. Most people store weight around their midsection because where your organs are, it's where cortisol tends to store fat. That's where most people store fat. That's not natural. You shouldn't have a lot of extra fat there. Having a flat stomach is a vague term that is vague for a reason. How do you define a flat stomach? So what you're saying really is, what's more important than being a good body weight? Everything. That's what this is saying. This is not really talking about a flat stomach. This is justification for not losing weight. This is justification for not looking a certain way. I don't care how much you take care of your health. Not everyone's going to look the same. That doesn't justify you for, not trying to be a proper fucking body weight. If you have a massive stomach, that's not good. So I wholeheartedly disagree. This is a misdirecting post that is just trying to protect people's feelings. Oh, you don't have to change. You're wonderful just the way you are. Well, you might be a wonderful person, but if you're obese, you're not healthy. And chances are you're not obese in your feet. You don't have hand obesity. Chances are you have a fat fucking stomach and it's not flat at all. Literally everything is more important than that. Is it Sherry Miller, MS, LPC, food freedom therapy? Yeah, go get your freedom from food. Go down the street to Wendy's. You have all the freedom you want. Bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
Stupid nonsense.
Stupid nonsense.
Let's see here. Scrolling down, catch a couple more comments. Let me see here. I ate my ribeye and it tasted like freedom. Thanks for the input, Justin. Phil, getting ready to make 2 freedom steaks right now. Let's see here. Yeah, well, this is the same argument, just the other direction. And I agree with this too. Laura Fitch says a flat stomach doesn't indicate true health. Again, having a flat stomach doesn't mean that you're healthy either. You can have a flat stomach and be an alcoholic. You can have a flat stomach and be stressed out and anxious all the time. You can have severe depression and have a flat stomach. That's the problem. Again, it comes back to the 7 pillars. It comes back to a lot more than body weight. So if you come to my podcast, if you come into the Swole fam, if you think it's all about gaining and losing weight, if you think it's all about building muscle, if you think it's all about, counting calories or eating and nutrition and fitness, it's all about training and nutrition. That's only a fraction of what we do. Okay. So if you're looking for many different aspects of your wellness, if you're looking for you to center yourself and to customize your own life and to fortify your own life, that's the game. That's the game. And which is why I don't follow people. I don't need other people's bullshit in my brain because most of it's bullshit. If you want to count calories, that's totally cool. If you want to be all about bulking up or cutting or losing weight, that's cool too. But let me tell you something. When you're following the 7 pillars, you're going to get the results you want. If you focus on that, you will lose the weight. If you focus on that, and of course it's going to look different. If you're trying to lose weight versus trying to bulk, the details are going to be a little bit different, but the fundamentals are the same. Whether you're bulking, whether you're cutting, whether you're an athlete, whether you're 60 years old, whether you're 20 years old, the 7 pillars still apply. The details are going to be a little bit different. Your nutrition might be a little bit different. You might be a vegan. Someone else might be a carnivore. Some of you might be doing 1,600 calories a day. Some of you might be doing 3,300. That's different. Doesn't always have to be the same. Some of you might be doing keto. Some of you paleo. Some of you pescatarian. It's all good. You got to figure out for you what works best. And the problem is when people go vegan or carnivore, any one thing, and then they preach like, this is the way it has to be. This is the way it has to be. You have to do this. This is the best way. This is the cycling. Carb cycling is the only way. Keto is the only way. For you, like those people can go fuck themselves. That's all they're trying to do is sell you something. That's all they're trying to do is get you to think the way that they think. And here, I don't care what you think. I don't care really what you think. You can think differently about certain situations. It's fine. What's not arguable are the 7 pillars and what they stand for and what areas of your life that you need to be focusing on. The way your life looks will always look different than the next person. You might have 2 jobs and 3 kids. I don't have kids. So my life is automatically going to be different. It doesn't mean that you should not be focusing on your community. It does not mean that I don't focus on my community. It does not mean that you should not be focusing on your quality nutrition. Okay? Doesn't mean that you, just because you have 2 jobs and 3 kids, does not mean that you do not practice your brain gains, that you do not practice mindfulness. It does not mean that you don't do anything for your mobility. Again, it has nothing to do with it. You still have to focus on your fundamentals. And again, it comes back to the fundamentals. It comes back to the basics over and over again. Whenever you're not getting optimal results, it's because you're missing the basics, period, end of story. You're not doing them. You lost focus. Very, very easy to lose focus. Why? Because you're distracted 24 hours a day. You're distracted with the news. You're distracted with your phones. You're distracted with everything. Everything and everyone is trying to distract you. Bullshit friends or people that you know are trying to distract you from your consistency. They're, hey, come out here. Hey, come drink or come eat or, oh, come on, skip the gym. You can do it tomorrow. Oh, come on. You're always doing that, blah, blah. Everyone's trying to distract you from what you want to do. That's why you have to block out the noise. Josh, the more you focus on yourself, the less you give a fuck about all the bullshit. Preach. Preach. That was a good shit post. I think a lot of you were asking for a water break earlier. We're on a roll. We don't do water breaks usually to the end. I'm thirsty as fuck, though. I am thirsty. I'm a little bit parched. So get your water. If you don't know what a water break is, I don't know what the fuck you're up to. Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty? I don't think I have. I think I killed those. Did I get rid of those? Where are you, kitty? Did I get rid of those? I got rid of the kitty sounds. We'll do a water break another time. Another time. I've been rearranging the soundboard, so I think I got rid of all the kitty sounds. Oh no. We'll do it another time. Drink some water, though. So if you don't know what a water break is, you still have to wait. But we'll get it going. I don't know where the kitty is. She's sleeping today. We'll get it back. We'll get her back. We'll find her. I think I deleted those sounds a long time ago when I was trying to get all these new ones up. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get one more Swole Fam post. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we got two more here. All right, this one's from Lindsay. Hi, just joined this group. Hey, welcome to the fam. Welcome. Just joined this group and wanted to introduce myself. I just had a baby and was in the hospital for 11 days for postpartum preeclampsia. On bed rest, and I'm still feeling the effects. I was going strong with my fitness journey before that and was feeling really well. Now I'm struggling with postpartum depression on top of my other mental health issues, and the binging has started again. I can't blame it just on sleep eating. I started intensive outpatient therapy, and the binging is tapering off, but the sleep eating is still a bit of an issue. I am working on eating better and doing at least 1 hour of exercise a day. I used to be a part of a CrossFit box gym, and my goal is to have the ability to do that again starting in November. I would like some ideas on park workouts. I can follow along to videos at home, but I really need to get out of my house more. I would like to find some bleachers to run and walk. I'm really excited to get back into the swing of things, but it was getting really hard without support, and not only support, but the push needed to keep me motivated. I'm already happy to be here and reading all your stories and posts. I don't have many people close to me that elevate me, and it looks like I made a good choice in joining this group. Stoked to have you. Stoked to have you. Welcome, Lindsay. I'm glad you're kind of getting your shit back together. And I'm sorry to hear of your struggles, but you're in the right place. Vince, fuck your pink drink, fam. Only bulletproof in this cup. Early grind, day 10 of the carnivore diet. Oh, interesting. Only grass-fed beef and pastured eggs and 1 cup of bulletproof coffee. Getting lean, and I forgot to take before pics, so I'll do that next time. Only doing this for October to see for myself if it does anything to help my body and figuring out the finer details, what to cut out more. Have a good weekend, fam. Good shit. Another thing, a lot of people do carnivore for 30 days. That's nowhere near enough to really see what the effect of a diet is. So very cool, Vince. But all these, like, you see a lot of this on YouTube. You know, I did this for 30 days. I did this for 30 days. For nutrition, 30 days is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, you're just kind of getting into it. Like elimination diet should be 6 to 8 weeks. Like 4 weeks is just getting into it. You're just kind of getting over those humps. You're just kind of getting out of like any of those changes in biome and digestion, just kind of get into the feel. So I'm interested to see how you feel in 30 days. I haven't done ever complete carnivore myself. I do a lot of meat, and I do fruit and stuff, but I don't do a ton. I haven't gone full carnivore, but I've been tinkering with the idea of doing it. But I am pretty much doing a lot of mostly carnivore. You say mostly, it's so hard. Either you do it or you don't. But lots of meat and fat for me. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see how you feel, Vince. So thanks for keep us posted, Vince. I don't know if you're watching this live, but definitely keep us posted. Ren, it has been almost 3 months since I ate pasta or rice. I feel wonderful, and I don't think I'll add them back in. Yeah, every once in a while I have rice, but I only have white rice. I hate brown rice. Bleh. Yeah, not for me. But I haven't had pasta. No need. If I need carbs, sweet potatoes or white rice is my go-to. But good to hear. Good to hear. Let me see here. Scrolling. Bam. Should we get one more shit post? You got one more? Let's see what we got here. Dun. Hashtag fuck average. Oh, a reminder. If you have not yet left a review on Apple Podcast, please do so. You can do it right on your phone, on your app. And if you want to learn more about the Swole fam, fuck your resolution specials going on right now, swolenormousx.com. I think we got another shit post. We got one more. Oh my God. We got another one from this fucking cunt. Holy shit.
Mr. Strickland.
We got another fucking post. Get your shovel out. We got some shit. To go through.
What's in the box?
We got another one from Oona Hansen. Oh my God. Oh, another one. Want to make your home and the world safer for all bodies? No, I don't. For all bodies? Jesus Christ. Remove these harmful O words from your vocabulary. Oh, fucking shit.
Never go full retard.
Obese, a slur. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. No! It's not a fucking slur. Overweight? What's with the E's? What do you have against the letter E, Oona? You can't get rid of the O's because I'm going to put asterisks over your fucking name. Oh, you dumb cunt. Overweight is biased and stigmatizing. What isn't stigmatizing? God, how many feelings can we protect in 2020? These people are a fucking plague. These pussies are a fucking plague. Oona, you seriously need to get laid or something. You need someone to tear that ass up because you are backed the fuck up. You need something. It sounds like you need to get fucked. No, it just sounds like it. It sounds like it. It's like, Jesus, I don't even know who would want to. There's something going on. This is parent coaching. What the fuck does that mean? Parent coaching. Want to make your home and the world. I'll tell you what, okay, you ready? If you remove the word obese and overweight, you're not making the world safer. Yeah, you can't, you're not making the world safer. You're making people weaker. You're making this world weaker. You're making the world worse. So today's shitpost award goes to fucking Oona Hansen again. I'm going to do an extra thirsty on this. So fucking stupid. Obese and overweight, biased and stigmatizing. This chick needs a friend? God, how stupid can you be? Every time I think I've seen stupid, it just gets stupider. This is the problem. You have stupid fucking people that are teaching people to be fucking stupid. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Wait, I forgot. Are we still allowed to call people fat? Yes. 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 Yes, you can call people fat. If they're fat, you can call them fat. You can call anyone you can call them whatever you want. Obese is not a slur. It's a medical term for being really fucking fat, which is why it's a medical term, because if you're really fucking fat, you end up in the hospital. So they have to give you a medical term to categorize you as being unhealthy, which is why it's a medical fucking term. Why is it still an issue? Why are we putting asterisks over the fucking word obese? It's not a slur, you moron. Overweight? I've never seen that. I've never seen that. You know, she was going to do the O's, but then she realized, well, I'm going to have to put asterisks over my name. Biased and stigmatizing. Overweight? You do realize that obese is overweight. Being really, really fat is more than what you should weigh to be healthy. Biased and stigmatizing. Yeah, get fucked.
He's heating up!
You fucking idiot.
USA, greatest country in the world.
You know, it is the greatest country. One of them. Some of you don't live in the United States, so I say greatest country. Everyone's like, well, I disagree. Look, if you can have people like this, dumb fucks like this, able to post stuff, it's a pretty damn good country. But I will say that, go fucking get fucked, Oona.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. What else is there to say? What else is there to say? Let's give away today's Swole card. This is ridiculous. All right. Hashtag fuck average. Let's do a little Scrolly McScrollerson for the Swole card party. Who we got here? Fuck average. 1 scroll. 2 scrolls. 3 scrolls. Jesse, congratulations!
Congratulations!
You won today's Swole card. That's a good one to win. Congratulations. You are the winner. And the post is actually, I miss the good old days when people wanted to be winners instead of competing for victimhood. That post ties in perfectly to how we ended with Oona Mila Hansen. So congratulations, Jesse. Make sure you send us an email to Swolenormous, support@swolenormous.com. Where's my thing here? I moved it around. There we go. Support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1618 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll be sending you this Swole card. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, let's nut this beesh, and I will get them. I don't know where the kitty went. We haven't done a water break in a while, so the kitty was moved, and we still have all the stuff here, but the kitty is sleeping. The kitty is sleeping, so we shall actually get back to that water break ASAP. So tomorrow, you be there tomorrow or Monday. Tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live, so sometime this week, you're going to have to call for that water break. But it's up to you, fam. It's up to you. I appreciate the effort. But make sure you drink that water on your own today. We'll come back to it. Let's nut this beesh. Booger Bubble wants to put this beesh away. So let's cover that beesh up. Let's nut this. Nut this beesh. I can't believe Oona is posting again. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Can't fucking believe it. Good girl, Tessie. Good girl. Very good girl. Good girl. No! No! You can't has the Tessie. Fuck off, Falcon. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. No. No! She's already protected. We already nutted the beach. Good God. All right, let's do it. Nice. Ready for this? All right, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 16, Hundo, and 18 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Tomorrow will be episode 16, Hundo, and 19. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And of course, make sure you also check out Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can get this podcast everywhere. And of course, like I always say, if you got those iPhones, if you're an Apple Podcast listener and you haven't you might not hit the like button ever, which is fucking weird. If you're watching live and you don't hit the like button, it's actually an insult, but I don't know why, but hit the like button. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Please go do so. And of course, make sure you check out Swolenormousx.com. If you want to join the Swole fam, check out the Swole, the Fuck Your Resolution specials, all the good shit over there. And we'll be back here tomorrow for Ask Papa Swolio Live. So all those questions that you may have asked in the comments I didn't get to today, you can ask tomorrow during APS Live. But I will see you tomorrow for 16, Hundo, and 19. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the bass slapping. 3 girls is enough.
You already had your
so
food.
I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like.
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.